Okay, question 11. A manufacturing company uses an automated system in its manufacturing process. The automated system uses a flow sensor. Identify what a flow sensor measures. So a flow sensor measures things that flow. So what things flow? Well, things that aren't solid. So that means we've got liquids and gases. So measures the rate a liquid or gas moves. And I could give an example here, e.g. through a pipe. Doesn't hurt to give an example. That just might firm up the person marking this question, whether you know what you're on about or not. Might just help. Okay, explain one advantage to employees of using an automated system in manufacturing. So again, read the question a second time so we know we're after one advantage and it's for the employees. So it's no good just reeling off what you know and just saying an advantage of an automated system. It has to be for the employees. So one advantage of automated system is that it's safer. And then we can give an explanation of that. So the employee does not have to go into a dangerous environment. And I'm going to give another example, e.g. spraying a car with toxic paint. Okay, so spraying a car with toxic paint. Part C, explain one disadvantage to the company owner of using an automated system in manufacturing. So again, reading the question the second time, we're not after an advantage, we're after a disadvantage, and this time it's for the company owner. And probably the biggest disadvantage, I would say, apart from the automated system actually just breaking and stopping working, is its actual setup initially. So it's very expensive. So that's the disadvantage. Let's give an explanation of that. So a company has to pay a lot of money initially to set up the system. Let's have a little look at the mark scheme. So we've got a flow sensor measures amount of liquid, gas or steam flowing or moving through an environment. So I think we've covered that. Measures the rate a liquid or gas moves, e.g. through a pipe. So we've given them an example environment there, so I'm pretty happy that's quite a lot for one mark. For this one advantage to employees, so we've gone for safety. We've said safer, we stated that, so we'll get the mark for that. And we've said the employee doesn't have to go into dangerous environments, for example spraying a car with toxic paint. So yeah, happy with that. We've also got advantage can increase their jobs or skills, because they might have to learn to maintain the equipment, and they don't have to do repetitive tasks, so they can use their time on other skill tasks. Okay, fair enough. And then C, drawback for or disadvantage for the company owner. So the main one is the high setup cost, installation cost. So it should mean the company has to find a lot of money to pay up front for the equipment. And you could also say, don't have to say, but you could also say employees will need training. So expensive setup, company has to pay a lot of money initially to set up the system. They've also included utility or maintenance or repair costs. So there are more costs, so we're using more electricity. We need to pay employees to be trained, so that's all there as well. Deskilling the workforce. So I sort of mentioned that if the system breaks, you have to stop. Your factory has to stop. Whereas if you had a factory and you didn't have an automated system, you had employees, and one employee wasn't very well, then you can just get a replacement employee to take that role. Whereas if your equipment breaks and stops working, your whole operation, your whole factory might have to stop. But they've also included here deskilling of the workforce. So you don't have the people that are skilled in the whatever the methods of manufacturing that you're using. But yeah, expensive is the main one. So let's stop this one and move on to question 12.